Hi, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you. Whoever is new, welcome, extra special welcome, because we're so happy to have you. And all my familiar faces, so glad you're here. So today we have a very special video, which I have not done before, anything like this. And it's called the Makeup Aesthetic Tag. A fellow YouTuber, her name is SmokeyGlow, or the channel name is SmokeyGlow, did that maybe a week ago or a little bit longer than that. And she said, whoever wants to do that tag, then please do. And yeah, so here I am because I really liked her video. And I'll link her channel down below anyway. So, and she did that video, and it's like 10 questions about makeup, about your personal perception of makeup, and about your personal taste. And I thought it would be interesting. It gives you a chance to get to know me a little bit better and where I stand and where I come from. So here we go. So we're going to go right into the list of questions. The first question, and I'm just going to glance down because I'm reading it. The first question is, how would you describe your personal aesthetic or style when it comes to makeup? Okay, so of course it has changed a lot over the years. Right now, I would think most of the times I'm going for like a dramatic, colorful, bold look. As you can see, like whoever knows me knows that most of the time I wear colors. It's like never just brown or never just, I don't know, taupe or something. So it's always bold. I like that. I like to put a strong emphasis on my eyes. And I do like, I still like to be classy and elegant in a way. But I don't know if I necessarily achieve that with my makeup, or the way I'm dressing is not really elegant either. But for me, it is. I don't know. Like for me, I do feel accomplished and like I don't feel like a hillbilly or something. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but I always try to like give it my best and look my best, and in that sort of, I always feel like a queen. And there we go again. That's just my thing. Next question. Who or what has influenced your style choices in makeup? Okay, so who and what? Let's start with who. There are 4 influencers that actually have influenced me a lot. And they are not in order of importance. I'm just, throwing it out there. So there is Angelica Nyquist from Sweden. I'll link her channel also. She is very colorful. She loves colorful eyeshadows. I love that, and I love that she loves to dare stuff, and she's very like out there, and I love the fact that she's European. Yay, fellow European. Anyway, so she has influenced me a lot in the sense of encouraging me to try more and to like dare more. Okay, because as you know, I've spent the last 10 years in a baby bubble, and I have put on makeup then too, but only, in the last year or two, I've become like that in my face. My colors on my clothes have for a long time now been very bold and very out there, but my face was still very normal. So yeah, so she has been a big influence. Then there is Anne Nook. I'll link her channel. She is from the Netherlands, and she is exceptional. She does such good tutorials, and also color combinations that I really, really like. So I do enjoy her content a lot. Then there is, of course, another one from the Netherlands, which is Nikki Tutorials. And I have made a video on her before when her brother sadly passed away. So if you want to see that, that's the video. It's called Because He Loved Red. And I made a video on that because her brother really, really liked red. So I made like a whole red look. Anyway, so she is, yeah. Like all of them are just perfection in like different directions. And yeah, Nikki is just exceptional in her know-how, like how what to do and how to do it, and amazing. And then there is Katie Michaelis from Australia, who is just right up there with all of them. Um, yeah, so those four are the who's. And now the what's. So what has influenced me? Actually, I do think it was me and my state of where I'm at, because when in the recent years, in the last 4 years, I lost all that weight. I have mentioned it before, and we'll get into that at some point in one of my videos. I think that has done a lot to my self-confidence, a lot. And maybe it shouldn't have mattered, but it did. And I think if we are all like completely honest with ourselves, I don't know, whoever is very overweight, and I was very, very overweight, and I'm not doing any body shaming here, okay? So don't come for me because of, I'm not judging or anything. It's just for me, I always try to be confident or come across confident or play confident, and in reality, I wasn't. So, but I only realized that after the fact, because that whole thing of playing the act was so normal for me. It was like reality, and only afterwards I noticed that, whoa, that was so fake. So I'm just gonna be honest and admit it, and that's how it was for me. And ever since I lost the weight, and then I started the modeling and my Facebook and Instagram and Twitter with what I'm currently wearing, and sort of putting myself out there, trying how I look on camera and on pictures. So that actually was also a big, big part of influencing me in my makeup world. And what I still want to mention in that category is that there are two influencers or YouTubers that actually maybe not influenced me so much when it comes to my makeup, but that I just really, really enjoy watching because they are so relaxed, and I so need that in my life. And they are so natural. They are not these super high polished, perfect people. Um, which I also like, but not always. Sometimes I just need someone who is normal, who gets up and looks blah like me, So, and that is SmokeyGlow, who did that makeup aesthetic tag. She comes on camera, and she is so sweet. And she is, hi friends, and so she is so sweet, and I connect to her like this, and I watch her just when I'm getting ready in the morning, and I'm in my bathroom, and putting on my makeup like today. So I just put my phone there right next to my mirror, and while I'm like working on my makeup, I'll listen to what she has to say, and as well as Panicked Antics. I'll link those channels as well. She is in the same category as SmokeyGlow. They just sit there and do makeup, and they talk while they're doing their makeup about all kinds of what's going on in the YouTube community or whatever is interesting to them right now. And I really enjoy that because I personally don't have time to follow all the drama and all the everything. So, and I honestly also, I cannot pull it off to sit in front of the camera and just do my makeup and be very relaxed and chatting about everything. I can't do that. I'm too concentrated on my makeup, and I just, I don't know, I can't. So I admire them for what they do, and also that they're just so natural and sit on the couch or sit in front of their like with their bedroom in the background, and everything is like you're just friends and you're hanging out, and it gives me a really good vibe. And yeah, so that's also people who like really make me feel good in the beauty community. Next question. What are some of your previous makeup phases? Okay, so I started makeup early on, and makeup for me back then was just black eyeliner. So when I was in my early teens, I just lined my eyes black because that I didn't have anything else. I had literally just one black eyeliner, and that's it. So for years, that was all I owned, and yeah, so that's what I did. And then in the early 20s, actually, when I got a little bit more into makeup, I only did very like brown eyeshadow, very normal, very like average, you know. But the thing is, I never used foundation or contouring or blush. Even I remember my wedding when the makeup artist wanted to put foundation in my face and contour and blush, and I was like, what, don't do that, I'm gonna look like a circus freak, and I don't want to have blush, and it's gonna look terrible, and I'd rather be pale. And she said, you have to have some contour and some blush, because with the flash on the wedding pictures, you're gonna look terrible. It's just gonna look like you know, like a, I don't know, mommy. Anyway, so I agreed. And then she has to put it on, and it looked nice. But yeah, so I started that whole makeup, like a full face of makeup routine. I started to do that very, very late, like probably something like my mid-30s. And up until then, I only used eyeshadow and mascara and eyeliner and maybe a lip gloss, and that's it. But I have to say that I always had good skin, so I never really had the very big need for like a full coverage foundation or something. So I guess I was always very blessed with that. But yeah, so now I've gotten totally into this whole thing, and I love it. And yeah, so that's where I'm at now. Fourth question: what combination of existing brands would make up your perfect brand? Very difficult question for me because I own nothing. I have so little makeup, or let's put it that way. Of all of the makeup brands that are out there, mostly in America and also in Europe, I have like 0.5%. And basically, I'm using the local drugstore makeup. And honestly, most of those brands like L'Oreal and Revlon and Maybelline and Jade, those are my high-end products. For the longest time, I thought that this is high-end. You know, I didn't even know that there is like that big of a difference between high-end and drugstore. So I'm just gonna admit that I've been very like ignorant in these things, and because I also don't care so much, you know. Of course, I want to try everything that is out there, everything, and I hope that at some point I will get to that stage. I've mentioned it before. I would love to work with companies and try out their products, but for where I'm at now, I can only judge by drugstore makeup, and that for me would probably be a mixture between Jade and Pupa Milano and L'Oreal. Maybe a little bit of Rimmel. Yeah, basically, I'm just trying to grab whenever I see a palette that has a little bit more color than just brown and black and gold. I just grab that palette, no matter from where it comes, and if it's like a very, very cheap brand, I don't care, because that's all I have, and I know that I have to rise to the like the challenge to make it work. So I'm not at all in any way spoiled, and this is very, very cheap makeup, you know, and you just have to know how to make it work. And I'm learning every day. I'm learning more, because every day I'm doing this every single day, even if I'm alone at home. This is how I practice, and this is how I get better, and this is how I learn to work the cheap colors that have a lot of fallout and, you know, don't blend so well and whatever. But that's all I know, you know. So here I am, simple girl, and yeah, and I really do hope that at some point I'll, you know, I'll rock those big, big brands too. Question number 5. Name 5 products that define your makeup style right now. That is again a very, very hard question because I don't own so much. You know, I don't even like, I can only say, like, in general, very bright um, eyeshadow palettes. And there is very little I have, and I like have to, you know, from all sides try to get a blue shade there and a red shade there. And you have no idea, when I did that video about the red makeup look that I mentioned before for Nikki Tutorials, how hard it was for me to get a red, like a real true red eyeshadow. It's like, it's insane that we don't get stuff here. It's so frustrating for me. I wish someone could do something about it. Please, if you have any influence, please, please do something about it. It just frustrates me so much. I just want to go to the store and have a whole range of all the colors. That's all I want. It's just such a simple request, isn't it? Anyway, so I have been getting into the whole highlighting business, and I do very much enjoy the highlighter palettes from Jade. So I own two. It's like the regular highlighter palette and also the holographic highlighter palette, and I do enjoy that very much. So that would be one thing, one product. And I've also been getting into fake lashes. So, but the only brand I've tried is Ardell lashes. So I can't compare it with anything else. So I don't know if that's good or bad or average. That's all I have. So that's, and I personally would love to put on lashes every single day. And my husband also loves it. But we both are very concerned that once I'm getting used to that look, I will feel, you know, I'll start to feel bad about being like that, and like without fake lashes and just mascara. So we've both decided to like do a detox in a way, and not have lashes all the time, because we still want to be happy about the way we are without being fake, you know. Question number 6 coming up. What kind of style or aesthetic you just wish you could pull off? I honestly think that I can do anything. I actually do believe that. And I don't think, or I haven't found anything yet that would look really stupid on my face. But I probably haven't tried everything. But what I know now is that I think I can do everything what I want and wear everything I want. It's just personally a matter of my skill of doing it. Like, for example, I'm struggling with like a real liquid eyeliner, like a nice winged eyeliner. I'm working on that. I'm learning that, you know. It's like I'm just have to do it again and again and again. And also this morning I was standing there and yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy because it's so easy to mess it up. And then what do, you know? Yeah, so I think I can do everything and wear everything. It's just a matter of me having the skill to do it, or achieving the skill how to do it. But other than that, anything goes. Question number 7. What style are you over? Oh, so I'm so over super, super dark lined lips. I remember that when I grew up, there was a relative of mine who did that, and I think she even had it tattooed. And I don't know, back then they did stuff like that, and it was very dark, and it was, back then I already thought this looks so weird. And I mean, I understand when people don't have a strong lip color and sort of fades into the normal skin color, and they suffer from not having like a real contoured lip. But there is other stuff out there, you know. um I don't know. Like I never liked that. Never ever. I I of course I like when like the contour, the lip liner is a little bit like one shade darker than the lipstick. But that was like really harsh. We're talking about having like a Bordeaux line and a pink lipstick, something like this, you know. that was just not for me. Maybe if you have very beautiful full lips, some people can wear whatever they want. But in my family, we tend to have a very rather thin upper lip, and I don't know, it just looks creepy. Uh, so that's just my personal opinion. The next thing is I'm so over those nude looks and no makeup looks, because come on, if you're already putting on makeup, then make it look like you're wearing makeup. I, it's, just saying. Of course, I know that there is a very, very big skill behind doing the no makeup look. It's not just they don't know how to do it. It is actually probably more difficult to create a look like that and make it look super natural than what I'm doing. But it's just that for me. I don't know. I mean, I do it on clients, of course, but for me personally, it's gotta sparkle and it's gotta, you know, jump right at you. Yeah, so that's that. Then the next thing is blush on the apples of your cheek. I'm so over that, and I can't believe that sometimes, especially here on Israeli television, there are people who are, I don't know, who are on TV who have this, like this, and I think it looks so stupid, and it's so not what one does anymore. And I don't know. But again, that's just my personal taste and how I see it. Everybody honestly can do whatever they want. It's just I don't do that, and I would not recommend it for anyone. Like I don't know. Not for me. And then I personally also have a problem. It's not really a problem, but uh, Instagram pictures, super high polished, super photoshopped, and super filter layered Instagram pictures of these. Yeah, I'm so over that because it's so fake. It's just, and it makes people believe, like simple normal girls who have weight issues and who have acne and who have all kinds of problems, it makes them feel so bad about themselves. And I personally hate that because I was there and I was always craving to be like them, and I didn't even have skin issues, but just imagine a person who, you know, it just makes me sad that they then go and think that they have to look like that, and that's no that should be a normal way of looking. And I personally, I've said it before, I'm not using any filters on my videos or on my pictures. I'm not using any Photoshop. What you see is what you get. And the only thing is, what I do is lighting. Like I have here studio lighting because in this room where I am, there is no natural light. And when I take my pictures for my fashion blog, it's just natural lighting, and I'm just trying to put to use the best lighting of the day, which is around like 9 o'clock in the morning, when the light comes in nicely from one big window that is like opposite me. But other than that, I'm not doing it. I don't want to come across like a pretender. I see what they're doing and it's all justified, whatever, in a certain way, but I want to be like, I want to reach people who are normal people and who have normal expectations of what they look like. And, you know, so next question I can answer real quick. You're probably, whew, finally, she's talking so much. Anyway, so next question, number 8. Who are some of your favorite makeup artists? So there is Kevyn Aucoin. I think it's called Aucoin. I don't know. Everybody says it differently. I've heard it Aucoin, and I don't know. I would say it's Aucoin. He passed away, I think, in 2002. He was a makeup artist in America, and I actually got into makeup because of some of his books, because my husband bought books by Kevyn Aucoin and gave them to me as a gift because he knew that I was like starting to be very interested in that. And yeah, so he was basically my first influence, but that was still more that era of the natural looks and the more classy looks in the traditional sense. Then there's of course Nikki the Jagger from Nikki Tutorials, because she is just such an enormous skill, and also Katie Michaelis and you know, everybody I mentioned before, honestly, because they are very skilled. They know what they're doing. They have been doing it for years, and I just wish I would have gotten into this whole thing years ago. I was just saying to my husband the other day, wow, I can't believe when I was 18 and I had to make the decision about what I'm going to do with my life, I chose to be a nurse, which is fine because I wanted to have a job that is always in demand. And makeup artists, the market is so oversaturated, so you have to be really special in order to like build a brand or to, you know, um, but still, I didn't know when I was 18 and I chose what I want to be. I didn't know where my passion is. And I was always good as a nurse. And I actually, my exams were, you know, top notch. But I, and I thought I had passion for it. But I only noticed now that I've been like stepping back from that and going into the whole business and fashion and beauty industry. I've only noticed now what it feels like when you have passion for something that you're doing, and I didn't know that before. So anyway, and there is Wayne Goss. I'll link all of the channels. Wayne Goss is a makeup artist from England, and he is just, I love the videos he does. He is also very natural. He's like straight talk, and yeah, I just like it. And if he has to say something, he'll say it. And if he says I have nothing more to say to that, so he'll say I have nothing more to say to that. You know, honestly, do whatever you want. So I like people like that. And yeah, so Wayne Goss is also for me right up there. And he's also like, I feel he's very honest about it. He just came out with, I think it's a brush set. Honestly, I cannot follow everything that's going on. I'm just too busy with my 7 kids and with everything else that is going on and building my whole business and everything. So, but I think he came out with brushes, and he just said, you know, I had to put a mortgage on my house or whatever. You know, he's just very honest in just saying it's not always easy, and you have to fight for stuff, and you have to sacrifice, and you have to pay off, and that's just how life is, and it doesn't just fall into your lap like a miracle, you know. Here, my lap is open. Miracle, chip, chip, drop in. Always open for miracles. Yeah, so Wayne Goss is there on my list. Almost done, my friends. Just 2 more questions. Just 2 more questions. Okay, it's like my little son, Golan. He is 3.5 years old, and he comes to me and he says, Ima, I want 2 candies. He's constantly doing that. Anyway, okay, just 2 more questions. Questions number 9. Do you have any editorial or avant-garde makeup looks? No, I don't. I wish I had. It's all in my head. I'm getting there because of my makeup studies that I'm doing. I'm moving right into that direction, and I'm about to start a course for special effects makeup and all of these things. So I'm very excited to do that and to actually, you know, create very avant-garde looks. I've not done it yet, but I will, and I will share once I'm there. Yay. Yeah. I actually just started following a person on YouTube, and now I can't because it's so new. I don't recall her name, but check in the description box. I will put down her name and her channel. I think her name is Lexi or Lex or something like this. And she is unbelievable. She creates artwork, like whole scenes of pictures on her face with body paint and stuff. It's amazing. And yeah, so one day I'm gonna do that, like just for fun, or maybe someone wants to hire me to do that, but I don't know. Yeah, so that's that. I've not done it yet, but I will. I will. Last question, number 10. What is your favorite time period for makeup and your least favorite? Okay, I do think there's beauty in every period that I can find. I do think like the 1920s were really, really cool, but that's not just the makeup, it's also the overall style of how women looked with the headbands and their cute little, I don't know how it's called, their haircuts that were like just, you know, till here, and then their headbands and very smoked out black eyes and dark lipstick. Um, and yeah, so I think that was really cool. The 60s, I think, not having been alive back then, but but seeing pictures with like very big hair and also winged eyes and dramatic eyelashes. At least that's how I see it on the pictures. I don't obviously don't know how it really was in real life, but I think there was a really cool time. And honestly, now is a very cool time too, because right now that's where I am at, and that's where I'm alive, and that's where I can experiment with stuff, and that's where I see the change that I've gone through. And yeah, so that there is beauty in everything. For example, um, how they did the makeup back in the time of Queen Elizabeth I in like 15, what was it, 1560, 1570. Um, that, you know, the very powdered down face, basically you didn't have any eyebrows and you just had a very red lip. And then Queen Elizabeth with her very red hair. I think it's really, really cool. And I'm actually thinking for quite a few weeks already that I want to try to recreate a look like that. Um, yeah, so stuff like that. Like there is beauty in so many ways in everything. Um, Maybe what I don't like so much is in ancient Greece. I know that's going far back, where they connected their eyebrows. That is something I don't get. Like even people nowadays nowadays today who do that or who are born that way and they don't do something about it, that I don't get. I personally don't like that. I'm sure there are influencers who are like very popular just because of that, but I don't get it. So maybe I'm just not exposed to enough stuff, or yeah. So that's that. And this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I honestly like very much talking to you. I'm already thinking, am I better at talking than at makeup? So I like those videos, and yeah, so much fun. Anyway, also thank you again to SmokeyGlow for putting that tag out there and bringing it into my life. I really enjoyed that, and thank you. And yeah, so before I let you go and do your makeup, if you're not subscribed yet, just subscribe, because it just grows my tribe, and I just want you to join my tribe. It's just, I just want all of you to be in my kingdom. Yeah, and if you like the video, then give me a thumbs up. And if you have anything else to say, leave it in the comments. And you can check out my Facebook and my Twitter and my Instagram. It's all something like Leora Goldberg or Leora Hallel Goldberg or Leora Hallel. It's all in my description box. If you want to find me, you'll find me. And other than that, I'm just, wishing you a very nice day or a very nice evening, depending on when you're watching this. And I hope you had a good time. And next time we meet again for Leora's latest looks and a wrapping tutorial. And I'm looking forward to that. And make sure to come back. Okay. See you then. Up until then, hugs and kisses. Bye.